Hello everybody and welcome back to Europa, where last episode we had some rebels spawn. We are dealing with them and they should be done relatively soon. It shouldn't be that big of a deal. We have suffered some losses though, and so a coalition, last I knew, was spawning against us. Yeah, Lakota, Patani, that's fine. We are recruiting up a bunch of troops right now, so once those finish up, they should start leaving, and if they don't, we will continue to recruit until they do start leaving. So we're going to head down over this way. Cool. And taking a look up over here, these guys could definitely be brought in. Yeah, all of these guys entering a coalition against us is not super shocking. We do need to cap back some of these territories, so we will get to work on that. Fantastic. And that will, of course, give us some time to regenerate those troops as well. Cool. So we've got a lot of people entering those military coalitions, right? No doubt about that. Local goods produced, that's gold. So we'll go ahead and build that real quick. That's a level 0, no problem. Okay. So we're recruiting heavily at this moment. We do need to come over this direction, like so. Get that all capped. Fantastic. We'll move these guys actually like up here. There we go. And we won that battle, so we're going to just head up over here for the time being. Cool. Have people stopped joining the coalition? No, they have not. Just wanted to check that. So we're still recruiting up. We lost our natural scientist, so we definitely need a new one of those. Let's see, missionary strength or national tax modifier? Honestly, national tax modifier. Are either of you an accepted culture? This guy is. National unrest -2 is actually really good here. Yes. We go for this guy, and then we level him up. We can't afford to level him up more, but for now, that's what we can do. We can also grab Diptech 20, which we will happily do. Beautiful. These guys can now move in and attack up here with a leader. There we go. And we'll cap back over this way. And these guys can definitely think about capping, or we can start moving over this way to eliminate that force. Sounds good to me. There we go. They're all leaving the military coalition. Perfect. So we now know that we have enough troops. Excellent. We want to ride that line for the time being, where we have just enough troops to keep them from being in the military coalition, but not many more than that. That wants to be our line for the moment. So we finished up our colony out over here. Treasure fleet arrived. That's great. And we'll take one day to get that colony all finished up. Then we'll head down over here. Cool. The demand for tea and sugar is coming up, as is the demand for coffee. So we just got a huge amount of cash. That's a lot, for sure. And if we were to upgrade this, max promoted cultures would be, and cost to advisors with rulers culture, that'd be pretty big. We'll go ahead and upgrade that. There's this project here. Reform progress growth is pretty good. I think we'll go for it. And then there's one up over here as well. That's much less good. And that's the only one remaining. It's only 2,500, so I'll go ahead and do it. And we'll also spend our gold down with building some manufactories here. So we'll sort by improvement amount. There we go. And let's zoom on out so we can take a bit of a macroscopic look at what we've got going on for manufactories. And let's work on it. Cool. We can tick forward for a bit. There we go. And we'll come in down over here. People are still leaving the military coalition. Fully expected. These guys will head in over here and eliminate that force. We're going to get attacked over here, which is perfect. We love it. There's a conversion finishing. That's also very good. And we're going to sort by unity and continue to convert over this way. So now that we have a little bit more money, I would like to continue to upgrade our National Unrest guy. We're going to need quite a lot of money to make that happen. Okay. We're going to send these forces up here to begin capping back that territory. Cool. And we're going to need an army down over this way. We'll get this army moving, and we'll have these guys pop in over here. Because these guys are moving, so that should be safe. Fantastic. We'll spread out, cap back some territory over here. These guys don't need to both be in the same location, so we'll spread them on out. Beautiful. Just double checking for any other awkward positionings. This should definitely be conformed to the template. No doubt about that one. Cool. We lost an army commander. For the time being, that's fine. Safala left the coalition against us. Okay. We're going to continue to cap back over this direction. And these guys will group in down in, like, Yarkand. They'll get there eventually. Fantastic. Only one unit of Particularists left, and that'll be just fine. We got diplomatic power there. Sounds good. Okay, these will get capped back momentarily. Our colony out here is now self-sustaining, so we should probably send a colonist out over this direction. And next, of course... Hello. You need to be conformed to template. There we go. Next, of course... You do too. Done. Next, of course, we need to cap back over here. That needs to be done. Anywhere else other than, like, this area over here. Obviously, these guys need to be moved. I'm going to move them all the way over, and then these guys to here. These can move into Yarkand. And we'll move over here to cap. Beautiful. Once they both arrive in Yarkand, we're not going to cap here for the moment. We are instead going to immediately chase after this guy. So they just entered into a military coalition against us. Okay, so if they entered the coalition, that means we have to recruit another army. So we will do so, and we will recruit that army around here. Cool. That means we're right on the borderline. No one else is joining for the moment. And we'll see if that remains the case. Yeah, for the moment, no one else is joining. So they should end up leaving the coalition soon. There's the last unit of Particularists dealt with. And we'll spread these guys back out. And these can come in over to... Oh, hello. There we go. They can come into Yarkand. Perfect. Creek entered into a military coalition against us as well. Okay, so it is happening, but very, very slowly right now. So we're right on the borderline. We're also right on the borderline of our force limit. So we'll keep that in mind. But I do want to come in and go to our court here and upgrade this guy up to level 4. And then eventually, on the month tick, up to level 5. Done. Cool. Now, the two that have entered the military coalition against us, we don't care about either of them. So there's that. Excellent. Now we have no overextension, and we're still working on coring. We could boost our stability at this point. But I think it's okay. I think we're fine. We do have a little bit of unrest. So, for example, what's going on in these 5.6 provinces? So let's go to Lolo. What? Lolo. This is Lolo. Okay, what's going on here? We're converting here. Okay, So that won't be a problem once we're done converting there. But that's not the case in all of these. So let's go for Mauritius. What's going on here? That's currently being cored. It's got separatism. Okay, so it must be separatism. Sounds good. We don't need prestige or devotion. Honestly, ducats would be nice. There we go. We'll get some ducats. That'll be absolutely fine. And the real question here, of course, is when do we start getting aggressive again? We're right on the cusp of having a big coalition against us. So maybe we should continue to chill for a little bit. At least for now, I would like to continue building manufactories. So we can definitely get a bunch of these manufactories building, and that will, of course, increase our income quite dramatically. We'll lose some 50 admin power. That's okay. All Armenian provinces receive +2 unrest for 3 years. Okay, that's not great. That's definitely not great. That means we're going to have to deal with rebels for a while here. Now, we are maxed out on our army maintenance for the moment. But yeah, I'm definitely expecting rebels because of that event. We can grab ourselves Miltech 20 at this point. That's a big, big deal. We will definitely take that. That gets a swivel cannon. Beautiful. And how are we doing on our force limit? We're at 211 or 2911 out of 2966. So we're making 32 per army. So this would bring us up to 2943. We can definitely get one more unit without exceeding our force limit. So we're going to do so. Where do we want this unit? I think down here. So there we go. That's underway. Cool. So our unrest is definitely an issue. Sugla is our current highest. So what's going on in Sugla? It's building a plantation. It's not an accepted culture. We should think about, can we accept another culture at this time? Yes, we can. So we're going to sort by development here, and we're going to do Trevirian. It's not going to be too helpful, because we have a lot of cultures. But for now, that'll do. And there's a core finishing up. That's nice. What else do we have going on here? We don't have any war exhaustion. Well, let's take a look at what's brewing this up. Religious unity, cruel. We are cruel. That's a big part of it, actually. The fact that we're cruel is not good. I wouldn't mind abdicating. That would be really good here. He's 62, so we can hope that he dies soon. That would be for the best. Okay. I don't think that we get aggressive here. I definitely don't. Not much to be done with courthouses at this time. There are some solid workshops here. We're going to build some of these. These guys insulted us. Okay, sure. Okay. What do we got for our abilities here? We could do a golden era. I don't really care, though. I think this is all fine. I think this is all completely fine. We're going to get a government reform. In fact, we have 130 right now. So we can expand our administration, which we will definitely do. This is going to get exponentially more expensive. So this one's 24, this one's 28, this one's 32. Actually, maybe it gets linearly more expensive. 4 per time. But regardless, that did get us a decent amount of governing capacity. So that's good. That's very, very good. We'll come back to that and continue to do that here and there. We converted the heretics of Luba, and that will be great. We'll continue to boost up our religious unity. And for the time being, I want to build more manufactories, although I want to check in on cathedrals quick. There's some okay cathedrals to build. They're not great. I didn't have them sorted, so it's fine. We will continue to build manufactories here, because we need all the manufactories we can get for right now. It is 1645, so we have 5 years here. We have some separatists out over here. This is not shocking, and they're already dealt with. Cool. We converted the heretics of Lolo, and from here we will convert Ile Bourbon, but that will be pretty expensive. And our corruption is dropping by 0.25 per year. So I'm not going to put money into rooting out corruption. I don't think that's relevant right now. We have some liberty desire in our colonies. That's not super shocking. But we could probably end up getting them under control eventually. Most of that is probably just due to 25% because they're a self-governing colony subject. Yeah, that's the thing. We could change their colonial type over to being like a private enterprise. And apparently that's just free. You know what? Let's change all of these over to a private enterprise. So that was colonial Mississippi. Let's do Louisiana next. Cool. La Plata, we may have already done. Yes. So there's a cooldown on it. That's fine. To private enterprise. And then Armenian Colombia we just did. Armenian Canada. So their goal is to bring us money now. And then the same thing with Armenian Brazil. Oh, it costs 1,000? I didn't notice that. That's fine. 1,000 ducats is not a big deal. So we'll switch that over to a private enterprise as well. And now their loyalty, or rather liberty desire, has dropped down quite a lot. Beautiful. So that'll be very helpful for us. These guys are taking attrition here, and let's see where exactly they are. Out over here? Okay. We'll just move them there, and let's check through all of these. Oh, and I wanted to see what our current supply limit is, or rather our combat width is. 34. So we really should be expanding our militaries here, which we can definitely do. I'm just going to make sure that these are all getting to locations that are less attrition-y. I would like it to be like somewhere that they can sit as a 34 size stack. That'd be nice. Like here. Cool. And this one can be conformed to template as well, but we're going to need to make a new template here. So let's go ahead and get rid of this one. The current is 12,416. We're going to make a new one. This one is going to be 13,4. And let's see. 13,416, 13,417 would be 34. There we go. Done. So we'll save that. That is our new template name, and we will conform here. So we're going to go through all of our armies here, except the ones that are moving, I suppose, and conform them. Let's wait until they're done moving, actually. We also just got some Hellenic Zealots, which will make things a little bit awkward for us on that front. We'll just go crush all of these. It shouldn't be a problem. This will also give us a chance to bank up some cash, which we may need to get all of these conformed. I wish there was a way to mass conform your armies to a template. Sadly, I don't believe that there is. Okay. Numbers up here are looking a little suspect. Yep, we're going to have to retreat. So then we're going to bring in probably this force once it's done here. Most likely. Would also be kind of nice to have another army up here in this area, but It is what it is. So fallen separatists out over here. We're going to have to bring our fleet over. Our transport fleet. So that's already not at the greatest in terms of its maintenance. So we're going to have to bring that over and repair it. For the time being, that's okay. Okay, we won the Battle of Augsburg. And I'm going to send this force up to eliminate these guys. Cool. Sunni Zealots. Okay. How is our unrest looking? It's up there, to be sure. So we'll pop in a leader over here and come fight these Zealots as well. And a lot of that is simply because we're cruel. That's a big, big part of it right now. So we're going to head over here, kill these guys, no problem. And then we're going to work on conforming our armies to templates eventually. Okay, I want this leader over here now. No problem. Okay, so there's not going to be anything for at least a little while here. We finished up a conversion, and we will continue that. These will cap back here before coming and capping back here. Beautiful. Okay, I think it's very clear at this point that our next idea group absolutely has to be humanist. I think that's obvious. The -2 national unrest would be huge. Tolerance of heretics would be okay. Years of separatism would be a big deal. Max promoted cultures would be amazing. Yeah, I think that's a good idea to go for that next. So we're going to finish that off. No more rebels for the moment. And we're going to tick forward one more day. There we go. And we're going to start conforming all of these armies to template. I wish there was a way to do this, like, en masse. Unfortunately, you can't, like, multi-select and do it all at once. So we'll have to go through these one at a time and just work on conforming them all to template. It's going to be a little bit tedious, no doubt about that. But this will boost our numbers relatively dramatically. That'll end up being... well, it'll end up being two units, or 2,000 troops per army here, which is quite a lot. I don't know that we'll have... I think we'll have the cash to do all of this, looking at it. I think we'll be okay on that front. So everybody should be too scared of us to join a coalition once we get this all done. I mean, they're already too scared of us to join a coalition, but that should just solidify it. And then we're going to think about potentially getting aggressive with Congo. Our empire's unwieldy right now. There's no doubt about that, and we definitely need to make governing our empire more efficient. Specifically, it's our unrest. Our unrest is going to cause us more and more issues for the moment. And we need to do something about that. The question is, what exactly do we end up doing about it? Our current strategy of mostly just ignoring it, it works by and large. Our biggest problem right now, I think, boils down to the fact that our current leader is cruel. I think that's a big, big issue at the moment. But we do need to get either our stability up. That would be a nice thing to do. Or get rid of this ruler. That would be a nice thing too. Wait. These guys down here relocated to us. That's convenient. That's very convenient. I like it. Okay. So we're just going to get all of these armies conformed. Will this put us over our force limit? Perhaps, but I don't think it'll put it hugely over our force limit. We're almost done with this at this point. The end is in sight, and that's beautiful. Now we are currently in combat with one army. So we're not going to be able to conform that one, but that's okay. Let's get all of these conformed that we can. Our manpower is doing just fine, as is our cash, so we're not going to have any problem with this, I don't think. Even if we go slightly over our force limit, that's fine. I'm not too concerned about that one. Okay. So we will get all of these conformed. Almost done there. Fantastic. These guys are the ones that are fighting. Okay. We'll come back to them in just a moment. This is not under our control, so we'll come back to that in just a moment as well. Let's wrap up this fight here. I'm going to actually send... yeah, I'm going to send this force over to here. There we go. These guys can now be conformed. Beautiful. And once we arrive here, these guys will be able to be conformed as well. And we'll have to take this back. That's fine. We have a lot of troops coming in right now. And let's finish taking this. Let's go ahead and send these guys back to repair. Beautiful. And we're not surprised that we're going to see a little bit of attrition. That's okay for the moment. We'll deal with that once everybody's done conforming to the template. We'll conform this to the template as well, and with that, it is time to put a cut in here. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to see how we feel about our provincial unrest and potentially getting aggressive, but I have a feeling we're going to continue to chill for a small while here. I do think that building additional manufactories is still a really, really good investment at this time. And in fact, I'm just going to queue those up right now. But you can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings. And a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including Casserole, Sigma162, JJ Gamer, there we go, my notepad didn't want to come up, Ken2In, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Video Games Are Not Real, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Kadra, Raw Potato, Elmichi Nazi, Justin Everett, Emiliano Cameron, Martin Lawrence, Jens Graham, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.